Liberals are now attacking women, black men, and Hispanic men alongside white straight men. Welcome to the club.
Very, very bad news for
I mean, we went into the night with a lot pretty close to what we know in the past. You have white women voters with no college degree going for Trump in our exit polls. Similarly, with Latino men also going very heavily for Trump in our exit polls. So there's a sense that, like, people did not necessarily go into the ballot box and secretly vote for someone else. The people who in the past voted for Trump came home to Trump.
You know,
that know-it-all thinks explaining to us that no one can change their mind will solve the issue why Trump won. This doesn't actually make sense, though. Trump won the popular vote unlike the last two times. But what do we know? Next, we have another woke liberal who demonizes white women for caring more about putting food on the table than killing your unborn child and fighting the patriarchy.
Really not much more that you can do but tell people what the risks are and leave it to them to do the right thing. It's where there was a very heavy push to get women to focus on not putting in place, re-electing, putting back into the White House the person who was responsible for taking those rights away and restoring them. But that message obviously was not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy. And, God bless Shannon Watts, who has tried to have that conversation. But if people aren't receptive to it, and if people vote more, party line or more on race than on gender and on protecting their gender, there's really...
Next, we have a man telling us that black women will be falling asleep into a nightmare. While he further reinforces the unhealthy victimhood mentality of progressives, he forgets that more people care about competency, not the color of people's skin or their gender. Also, watch at the end as this man gets called out, and notice how quickly CNN cuts to commercial.
I'm thinking about the people who are not a part of anybody's elite who are hurting tonight. There are African-American women who know a little bit about being talked down to.
Oh, yeah.
And know a little bit about having their economic dreams crushed.
They're pros.
Who tried to dream a big dream over the past couple of months. And tonight they're trading in a lot of hope for a lot of hurt. And they were hoping that maybe this time, one of their own could be seen as worthy.
Nope, not this time.
And once again, they're facing rejection, and that hurts. They thought tomorrow morning they're going to walk out with their shoulders back a little bit, maybe able to breathe for the first time and feel like they belong someplace. They did everything that they knew how to do, and it's going to be harder than it should be tomorrow for them to hold their heads up.
It's going to be really tough.
And they're not the only people who are hurting tonight.
Lots of
if you're a parent of a trans kid, your child's face was used as a springboard to power for somebody. That doesn't feel good. There are going to be people tomorrow, we're going to be handing clothes at the dry cleaners to people who don't have papers. There are going to be people who are going to be cleaning your teeth tomorrow who don't have papers. And they're terrified tonight.
Who goes to the dry
And so
cleaners?
it's easy to blow this off. Oh, look at the elites. They're going to get their comeuppance. It's not the elite that's going to pay the price. It's people who woke up this morning with a dream and are going to bed with a nightmare. And those people didn't deserve to be respected and held and talked to. Those are the people who are going to pay the price for whatever Donald Trump decides to do.
Yeah, but Van, how do we know that those people didn't vote? A large portion of those people aren't part of the people that elected Donald Trump.
Well,
right? I think that's a good part of the electorate. And the black women, the party, the Democratic Party, let those black women down. Not Donald Trump.
Dave,
we got to go.
Okay.
Let's go back to Jake.
All right, thanks so much.
Finally, we finish with a white man lecturing us that white, black, and Latino people are sexist, and that Latinos are simply racist for not voting for Kamala. It seems too far-fetched to believe that men might just want a good leader. No, it's all about racism and sexism.
There's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men. Mm-hmm. It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Right.
It's misogyny from black men, things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them. Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States.
The fact that they can so easily label entire groups as racist and sexist based on skin color, race, or gender is, in itself, a form of racism. These liberals are nothing more than race-baiting, hate-inciting provocateurs. Let the next 4 years determine whether we should place our trust in the left again. Let them clean up their act, stop the hateful rhetoric, and then we can move forward.